What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're having a look at Pirate King Adventures level 100. So I've actually finally reached level 100, finally, so these are the first couple teams that I have for you guys. The one in the second half of the video is just my own personal team that is capable of beating level 100. I'm pretty sure it beats level 150, but I haven't got to that point yet, so we'll wait and see. But as for this first team that you're seeing here, this is one that I created. And the real thing is that these characters on this team, specifically the Ace, the Arlong, and the Sanji, as well as the friend captain Blackbeard, like that core of characters is like so good for this content. Like a lot of teams that people have been throwing out there have a lot of the time been utilizing this free-to-play Ace, the free-to-play Arlong, and the free-to-play Sanji, with different supports along the way. The key thing though is that to have Legend Hody on Arlong, should I say. Having that -2 turns of special reverse for your whole crew is just amazing, so that's obviously a really key component. And then having different units around that core of your team allows you to kind of, you know, replace with different kinds of things. The team that I'm opting for here, it's probably not the most optimal team out there, but we're going with the 9.5 anniversary Luffy, mainly because his captain effect does remove paralysis, which is really cool, so you don't have to worry about the paralysis that gets inflicted to you on multiple different instances in this content. And then we also have this page 1. Now, we do have a key support on that page 1, being the Legend Who's Who. I believe there is a free-to-play, not a free-to-play option, but there is another option you could use for that support on page 1, which is an int rare recruit ulti that also basically does the same thing. But that support allows the page 1 to actually get -1 turn of cooldown on the final stage, and then, you know, with Hody support on Arlong removes an additional 2 turns, and then the special ability of page 1 removing 1 turn of cooldown or giving 1 turn of cooldown to all characters, removing the bind, as well as also granting a chain buff. Also, I do kind of screw up my special animations here. I really should have used Luffy as the final effect before going ahead for my burst turn. I preemptively used Luffy a lot earlier than I should have, which would have given a little bit of additional damage because the enemy does have a buff where they take less damage from int slots. So basically just make sure that you get the full board of tandem slots before going ahead and doing your burst turn, because you do want to activate Sanji twice to remove the barrier on this final stage. But overall, that core of units of Ace and then Arlong and Sanji and the friend captain Blackbeard is just so good for this content. Moving on to my own personal team that I have for this content, and what I've done here is, as for the ship, I've actually gone ahead and changed it up from the host ship to the whale shark, because it does give -1 turn of paralysis, and that's really cool, specifically because it means we can use this free-to-play Katakuri to remove 5 turns of paralysis on stage 3. The ship removes 1 turn of paralysis as well, totaling for 6, so that's pretty dope. So even though I don't have the new legend Kuzan, you know, it doesn't really mean that much. We can still kind of get through it, as you know, the paralysis is completely removed via Katakuri in the ship. And then when we get to stage number 4, we can go ahead and use the Ace special for the color affinity, which is extended over multiple different stages. We have Blackbeard, and then obviously the HP guard mechanic is the whole reason why a lot of these teams actually work, so you don't have to worry about the pain debuff and all of that kind of thing. So very, very important that you have that. And then the 2 rare recruits obviously are pretty amazing in this content. You've got Van Augur to get rid of the bind. He changes slots, he does the cooldown, he deals with 3 turns of special reverse for your powerhouse squad, so long as you're below 50% health, which is very easy to do with Blackbeard. And then the Jesus Burgess is also very, very important for this content, being able to remove the barrier and remove the buff on the enemy side of the field that takes less damage from certain slots. So that's obviously very, very key. And then Blackbeard with his big damage, and then of course we can abuse the Versus effect to get rid of the Resilience and the chain buff, and then the Rush Sugo special doing a pretty sizable amount of damage. So we'll see how things go once we get a little bit deeper into this event and when we get closer to level 150. But thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed enjoyed this one, and if you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.